Hey guys, Keaton here with TechSmart, and the all-new HTC One or HTC M8 is right around the corner. And when I mean right around the corner, I mean March 25th of 2014 is when we can expect to see the latest bad boy debuted from HTC. So what are we going to call this device? That's the biggest question. Will it be the all-new HTC One, the HTC M8, as that's what HTC has codenamed it internally? I personally have no idea. So from all the leaked pictures and specifications, let's go and find out to see what we can expect on launch date. So the original HTC One featured an aluminum feel, a 4.7-inch 1080p display, front-facing speakers, and an ultra-pixel camera, which was really cool. So through some leaked screenshots, we can infer that HTC is pushing their latest smartphone to feature on-screen buttons, and that's great and all, but with that in mind, we can definitely expect to see a bigger display, such as a 5-inch display, and hopefully we'll see maybe 2K display. I'd love that, but more than likely it'll be a 1080p HD display with front-facing speakers again. So the front-facing speakers were fantastic. They truly sounded better than having a smartphone with just rear-facing speakers or just a rear speaker, because you're getting the audio pushing right out at you at your face, and it just leads for a nice, more pleasurable experience on a smartphone. So we're going to be seeing 3 colors on launch date. We're going to be seeing a silver, which looks more or less like gunmetal, a black, which just looks matte, delicious, and it really reminds me of the stealth one that came out, and then finally we're going to be seeing a gold one. So that seems to be the new standard. If you're not coming out with a gold smartphone, you're not going to sell as much, and Apple almost led companies to believe this, and the media definitely hyped this up completely. So the gold one, it just from pictures and just from what we can see, doesn't look to be as subtle as the iPhone 5S, but doesn't look to be as ugly as Samsung's Galaxy S5, at least with their gold one, which looks like a complete band-aid. So it's more of a prominent of a gold, but it doesn't look all that bad. But personally, I would just rock the black one because it just looks the most normal on a phone. So moving to the internals of this phone here, we're going to be seeing Android 4.4.2 KitKat, 2GB of RAM, the newest Snapdragon processor, and HTC Sense 6. So adding all those cool things together, you're going to be getting one badass of a smartphone, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to with the HTC M8. So with the HTC One, I was a big fan of HTC Sense 5, as it was just a nice way to view your content, and it wasn't as intrusive as other skins out there, such as Samsung's TouchWiz or LG's skin, and that's something I was a big fan of the original HTC One. So one of the cool things with Android 4.4.2 KitKat, or just Android KitKat for that matter, is the lower system requirements. So with the lower system requirements, with a badass processor, you're going to be getting a very fast smartphone, and I really like how Google incorporated that within their latest software. So just going back to HTC Sense 5 here, I was a big fan of BlinkFeed and all the other software implementations that it had on the phone, and I think HTC Sense 6 will be able to optimize not only the speakers, the display, but the cameras, and that's what we're going to be talking about next. So through some leaked pictures that we've seen, the all-new HTC M8 will feature 2 cameras, and a smartphone on the market that does feature 2 cameras is made by Toshiba, and what those 2 cameras can do is refocus the shot after it's been taken, and that'd be awesome because sometimes I'm just taking pictures and it's not always in focus, and having it to be able to focus after the fact would mean that I'm getting a fantastic image even though I wasn't able to keep it in focus while taking that shot. And to be honest, I think 2 cameras would just change the way we kind of perceive content and just taking pictures, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. But at the same time, if that camera was just dedicated to just insane 4K video, I would not be opposed to that. So we can probably expect to see 1080p HD video recording on there, and maybe a cool slow-mo aspect, but if they incorporate 4K video, at least at 30 frames per second, I'll be totally sold, because I'm always a big fan of 4K video and just being able to take it on my favorite handheld device. And just finally here, the software HTC implements on the HTC M8 will kind of sum this up and just make it a nice, pleasurable experience. I was a big fan of HTC Zoe on the original HTC One, and I'm kind of excited to see how HTC is going to tie in their great software with great cameras to make it a great experience overall. So just overall here, I think the phone's going to be a lot more rounded on the HTC M8 versus the kind of square design that it featured on the original HTC One. And to be honest, I'm not that opposed to it. I want a phone that's going to feel good in the hands. I definitely want that aluminum unibody. It's just waking up in the morning and having it be cold. It's that weird feeling, but when you have aluminum, it just always gives you that nice, pleasurable feeling that you want in a phone. And that's something I'm really looking forward to on the HTC M8. Thank you guys so much for watching this video where we talked about what we can expect to see on the HTC M8 when it is launched later in March. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop me a like down below, and go ahead and share it with your friends if you're excited for the brand new HTC M8, because believe me, I am definitely excited for this phone, because we've seen what Samsung has released, but let's go ahead and see what the next biggest manufacturer can kind of go ahead and do and butt heads together to give you the best smartphone overall. Finally, just go ahead and drop me a comment down below letting me know what you want on the HTC M8. Do you want it to feature 4K video? Do you want it to feature a 2K display? Again, I'd love to know what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. Thank you guys once again, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.